Hi, friends! Welcome back to playing tribute to the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles 2 Resolve, where we are in the middle of a secret case. It's being all secretive, or at least Sholmes was talking about it, us not needing to talk about it, but we are 2 parts in, and we are learning about, some random other features of the case. Such as the Mr. Shamspear stealing gas from the gas company, and that he's a liar. But because of him stealing the gas from the gas company, we have the tea, and we're going to be able to see if it's poisoned. So the police are going to investigate that, and we have been sent out to investigate further so that we have something to bring to the trial tomorrow. Some more information so that we can get this solved. This is the first time in this game series, like this prequel series, where a trial has lasted more than 1 day. So it's interesting. It's different. I wonder if they'll make any note of that, because that is something new. Phew, we made it back in one piece. Just. To be perfectly honest, I thought we were finished there for a while. Oh, I know. What a lot of close shaves. There are so many carriages on the streets of London. You were very nearly flattened several times. No, I didn't mean that. Yes, I know. It was a marvelous defense, Naruto-san. It really was. I was in awe of you. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's right. I just realized the room isn't set up yet, because we haven't put everything together yet, because it's early on in the case, or early on in the time. And now that your fervent exploits have won us some more precious investigation time, let's see if we can't find some new clues for court tomorrow. Yes, let's do that. Is everything all right? I suppose I still can't quite believe it, that's all. Then I'm here in England, working as a lawyer. I mean, in the Old Bailey, no less. The truth is, it shouldn't be me, should it? It should be him standing in my shoes. It should be Kazuma. It was Kazuma-sama's wish that you follow him to Great Britain and work alongside him. Yes, I mean, I never had the chance to ask him exactly why, but he clearly had a plan. He wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for him. And you're doing wonderfully, Naruto-san. I have no doubt that Kazuma-sama would say exactly the same if he were here with us. Thank you, Susato-san. Thank you. I like her, smiling, pleasant eyes face like that. Is this the what are we doing kind of thing? Oh no, we can still, okay. Yeah, let's talk. It was quite a shock earlier today, wasn't it? When the victim himself turned up in court and took the stand? I know. Not only that, but then finding out that he's actually a barefaced gas thief as well. Yes, that was certainly a surprise to us all. For a while, it seemed as though everyone had quite forgotten about Sasaki-san's poisoning the tea. Careful of your phrasing, Susato-san. He didn't poison anything. And there's more to this Mr. Shamspear than we have yet to know. I'm sure of it. Than we yet know. Mr. Shamspear certainly wasn't the noble, upstanding man everyone thought he was at first. Become of him, actually. I was told that he'd be returning to the hospital ward where he was receiving treatment. Oh, which one is that? Let me see. Yes, he's at St. Bartholomew's, or Bart's as Londoners call it. We know that place, don't we? Yes, we visited Miss Green there yesterday. It's the same hospital to which she was taken. Yes, after Sasaki-san stabbed her in the back. Do be careful of your phrasing, Naruto-san. He didn't stab anyone. Perhaps we could throw Seki-san an apology. St. Bartholomew's. Yes, we should probably visit the hospital later. Oops. I meant to press the down button and accidentally grabbed onto my Joy-Con too hard and pressed the B button. So, we know that Seki-san took tea. Let me try that again. So we know. I'm glad I'm starting off with this problem. So we know that Saseki-san took tea to the victim on the night in question, but as he's the culprit, then obviously, yes, the poison surely wasn't in the tea. But if that's the case, how on earth did the poison get into Mr. Shamsphere's body? I'm sure we'll find a clue at the scene. And there must be something in Mr. Shamsphere's room that will help us solve the mystery. Well, naturally, Scotland Yard detectives have been over the place already. But it couldn't hurt for us to have another look around, I think. Yeah, I mean, obviously people are missing things in investigations, that they didn't see that hole in the meter. Definitely. And I'm desperate to know the outcome of the investigation into the tea leaf in the bar of soap. Wait a second, did you say tea leaf or tea left? Yeah, tea left. I'm so sorry. Well, if we run into Inspector Gregson, we can ask him about that. Kazuma Sogi, the best friend I ever had. And a lawyer with such promise. He really saved my bacon in the horrible incident just before we left Japan. I can still picture him now, looking so fierce and determined in court. And then after the trial, the crazy idea he came up with. As a stowaway? Yes, you can fit inside my trunk. If you curl up small enough, I'm sure. No one will know. Kazuma, won't you tell me why? Why go to these lengths so I can accompany you to Great Britain? Well, it's been in my mind ever since we got through that trial. I really ought to go to law. Be a defense lawyer. I've got a natural talent for it. Believe me, I guarantee it. The ribbons blowing in the wind still get to me. But I've never even thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, I can't force you, obviously. You'll have to decide for yourself. But anyway, London is the cultural capital of the world, a city at the forefront of everything. It can't hurt for you to see it with your own eyes. Well, that's true. I suppose, though, if you were to become a lawyer, one day... One day what? No. Never mind. Naruto-san? Sorry, I was just thinking about Kazuma. Yes, he's forever in my thoughts too. To change the Japanese judicial system for the better. That was his dream. And that's why he so desperately wanted to come to Great Britain to study, of course. Yes, that's right, but... Yes? I do wonder if his true intentions lay elsewhere sometimes. I don't know, the thought just takes hold of me every now and then, that's all. Now, Hodo-san, what do you mean by Kazuma-san's true intentions? Ah! I mean this. His katana? I never expected to inherit the sword after Kazuma's passed away, of course. No, I know. It was because I asked you to take it. When I have it at my side in court, I feel as though it gives me courage. Yes. Actually, the night before he died, he told me a little about the sword. Karuma? Oh, we have heard this before. That's okay, I'll speak it out. That's right, it's a prized sword that's been passed down through generations of the Asogi clan. A Japanese man's sword is his soul, Ryusuke. It can't be parted from my katana. Karuma guides me. I truly believe that. So its name compels the wielder to slice evil in two? Not that you would need much compelling. On that subject, there's something very important that I have to do in Great Britain. Something you have to do? Yes. I'd appreciate you seeing it through with me. Of course I will. Whatever it is, I'll see it through to the end with you. I knew you wouldn't let me down. What did he mean by something very important that I have to do? I'd hoped that the answer to that question would become apparent when we arrived here, but as yet I've not found a single clue. I see. Going downstairs. I like to go in order of things instead of going like straight to the scene of the crime. I want to go like follow the path to it.
Oh, Runo and Susie! Hooray, you're back!
Hello, Iris. You're in fine spirits as always, I see.
I am. And you look as immaculately presented as ever, Susie.
Oh, you flatter me.
Well, you couldn't have come at a better time. I've just made a pot of tea. I'll set some cups.
Really? Thanks, Iris. But actually, what is that foul smell? Aha! The Wanderers returned at last. Where on earth have the pair of you been? We've been in court. Oh, for Mr. Mustache's case. It was today, was it? I'm sure I mentioned it only yesterday, Mr. Sholmes. I'm sure you think you did. Well, we can laugh about it now. So tell me, how did the trial go? Reasonably well so far. You've managed to escape without a guilty verdict, at least. Really? I would like to see it. But I must pass the time of day with Mr. Reaper again. It's been too long. Is Lord Van Zeeks an acquaintance, Mr. Sholmes? Naturally. There's not a person in the world who doesn't know my name, Mr. Naruto. Quite what I asked, but still. Mr. Sholmes, whatever is that odor? Yes, what is it? It's faint, but absolutely awful. Ah, indeed. That's the scent of victory, my dear fellows. A victory in science. Oh, dear. All right, I'll bite. What's he up to now? Lord Beric Van Zeeks. Yes, it's an interesting sobriquet he has, isn't it? The Reaper of the Bailey. Once the legendary prosecutor has fought for someone's conviction, that person is doomed, even if he or she is found not guilty by the courts. Sooner or later, the hapless soul will vanish from the capital. But vanish how, exactly? By falling under a passing carriage, or drowning in the Thames, or succumbing to a sudden fever, or quite out of the blue, being set upon by a highwayman. There are numerous routes to one's final terminus, my dear fellow. All seems a little far-fetched, really. Well, on the bright side, Mr. Mustache is fighting fit. For the time being, at least. It's not overly reassuring. If the rumors are true, though, the obvious conclusion would surely be that those acquitted are, well, by Lord Van Zeek's own hand. As it happens, Mr. Sato, that is quite impossible. Oh? Why? Naturally, the man very quickly came under such suspicion. However, whenever these incidents occurred, the Reaper always had a cast-iron alibi. Really? And so his reign continued. But 5 years ago, he vanished from the courts, never to appear as a prosecutor again. That is, until you arrived in the country, Mr. Naruto. Yes, so I've heard. In fact, it was the very day I arrived when I was thrust into that trial at the Old Bailey. That bitter fight to the death coincided with the Reaper's resurrection. It really did end bitterly indeed. And here you are, facing Mr. Reaper again. Poor Runo. I don't know if you're just incredibly unlucky, or incredibly unlikable. Well, according to Van Zeeks, it's the latter. I think it goes deeper than just me. I sense a general loathing of all Japanese people. With Mr. Natsume, who I'm currently defending, being Japanese as well as Miss Usato and myself, I felt it even more keenly in court today. For some reason, Lord Van Zeeks seems to have an inherent disdain of the Japanese. Indeed. It is an interesting observation. Do you know something about it? Do you, Mr. Sholmes? It was about 10 years ago that Baron von Zeeks chose to enter the legal profession. However, before that time, the young man's closest companion hailed from the Empire of Japan. No. Tell us more, Mr. Sholmes. What happened? I believe I've made it clear before. I'm unable to tell you anything about the event. Oh, but... Sholmes is being mysterious again. The veil will be lifted on the events of the past in due course, I have no doubt. For now, however, it's Mr. Mustache who is most deserving of your attention, I believe. I mean, that's a fair point. We do have a job to do. But that foul smell. So, what is that indescribably foul smell? Ah, well, most probably this, I would say. What is that? My dear fellow, it is, of course, my latest invention. A chemical test that can identify whether or not tea is genuine at the drop of some tea. Oh, my. There are some unscrupulous sorts manning the stalls along some of London's less frequented streets. They regularly sell what purports to be high-quality tea, but is in fact merely dyed leaves of drab flavor. Well, it's certainly unsavory behavior. So, when one is presented with what appears to be black tea, one must be careful. Iris?
At the ready, Hurley.
Let us add a drop of my chemical to this cup of tea. Do you see what happens? It's turned completely black. And what a foul odor it's giving off. Indeed, the blacker the tea becomes and the more foul the odor, the better the tea is. I don't think you'll want to drink it after that, though. It would appear that this cup was a particularly fine Darjeeling. That's very ingenious, but what do you do with that black liquid now? Why, dispose of it naturally. Surely you wouldn't want to drink it, would you? There does seem to be a rather obvious problem with your new invention, Mr. Sholmes. Hence why this chemical test is merely a test, my dear madam. Right. The point is, we are entering a new era of science. In the world of criminal investigation also. Yes, forensic science. Oh, these are such exciting times. I regularly engage in scientific experimentation alongside my unofficial consulting detective work. The Herlock-Sholmes method will be the foundation upon which modern investigation technique is based. This little T is a T indicant of... Let me try that again. What? Oh, okay. This little T indicant was a happy byproduct of my ongoing forensic science research. Forensic science? I suppose I should find out more about that. So your T-test is an example of forensic science? Indeed it is. An essential tool in cases that hinge on the knowledge of whether some tea is of high or inferior quality. Not a huge number of cases, then. Perhaps a more practical example is required. Fingerprints? Not yet accepted in our course of as evidence, I might add. Really, we are dragging our heels. I hadn't even heard of them until recently. Which is partly why I undertake the research in this field myself, of course. Does that mean you're studying fingerprints, Mr. Sholmes? There are others in that field already, and I abhor the company of inferior minds. No, what I'm researching is skin prints. Skin prints.
A nomenclature of my own design is this the chemical agent that makes it possible. It instantly reveals objects touched by whichever person is under investigation. Brilliant, Mr. Sholmes. As long as it doesn't turn everything completely odorous and black. I assure you, my dear fellows, you will witness my forensic talents in action very soon indeed. Well, I think we should get back to the scene and see if we can uncover any new clues. That's the spirit, Runo. See you later. Yes, until later. No, Mr. Sholmes. We were thinking you'd come with us. You were? Yes, of course. You said so just a moment ago. You said we'd witness your forensic talents in action. Ah, yes, I do recall saying something along those lines. It was literally 5 seconds ago, man. But you do go on ahead. I shall be sure to follow you later, in all likelihood. Probably. Maybe. Well, I might. Your commitment astounds me. Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes. We'll eagerly await your arrival. Bye-bye, Reno. Bye, Susie. I wanted to see something over there. The snowman! He's still there. Alrighty. To the scene of the crime! Oh, hello again, Inspector Gregson. What are you doing here? Well, we were hoping to have another look around, actually. The lawyer representing the defendant has a right to examine the scene, as I'm sure you're aware. Yeah, I know the score. Yes, one other thing. The soap on the ledge outside the window. Did you find it? Wait, oh. Sorry, I skipped ahead. With a tea in it? Yeah, we found it all right. There was a small amount of tea in it, as you said. I knew it. It's with the identification section of the yard now. They're looking into it. Results should be available later today. That's wonderful news. Thank you. Pretty impressive performance in court this morning. Sorry? Nothing. Forget it. Just make sure you don't disturb anything in here. I think he's warming up to us. Oh, Sholmes. You made it. Should we talk to him first? I think we should talk to him first. You're looking for new clues, Inspector? On Lord Van Zeke's orders, yeah. Don't come back till you've got something for me, he says. Oh dear, poor you. Yeah, poor me. Because we've already searched every really nook and cranny in this place. I don't know what he expects, to be honest. Thank goodness for warm chips is all I can say. Well, at least he's honest. Mr. Sholmes. Hi. Mr. Sholmes, what are you up to over there? What a question indeed. Was it not your good self who asked me to attend the scene? Oi! What are you doing here, Sholmes? What are you up to over there? What are you doing here? To me, once a great detective, one is always under scrutiny, it seems. Is now the time, Mr. Sholmes? Are you about to show us your forensic talents in action as you promised? With the greatest pleasure, my dear madam. Alright, what you got for us, Sholmes? What's all this? All this is precisely what you requested, Mr. Naruhodo.
Sherlock Sholmes' sensational skin print secret gun. Why is everything a gun? Moments ago, I took a sample from the teacup that was used by the victim. A sample from Mr. Shamsphere's cup. Each individual leaves microscopic secretions on everything he or she touches. A sample of those secretions is all I need to produce this, a refined indicator solution. By liberally spraying the room with this chemical, everything the victim touched is instantly revealed with the aid of these goggles. Here, try them on. There. Now, spray the chemical indicator about, and all will be revealed. Spray? How do I do that exactly? A little press of A in the area that you're interested in is all that's required. Like this. What's that stuff? It's like fog. A suspension of the chemical indicator in pressurized gas is the most efficient way to cover a large area. There's another invention I discovered incidentally while I was developing this idea. As you do. Go ahead, try it, my dear fellow. We may learn something interesting about the victim's movements on the night in question. Well, there's nothing to lose, I suppose. Let's explore. So we know there should be stuff here. Yeah. This is reminding me of the blood. Oh. There was a loose floorboard, I knew it. The blood thing in the last case of the previous game. Oh, look at all this here. Ah, yes, interesting. A multitude of the victim's handprints. Why are there so many of them on the floor in this one spot? Perhaps he had a bad fall just here? There's nothing obvious that he would have had trip over, though, is there? I wonder. Personally, I often stumble when there's nothing obvious to trip over. I think that's something only a great detective would do, Mr. Sholmes. Well, this is quite a puzzle. Handprints all over the floor. Yes, there's no obvious explanation. Except for a loose floorboard. Okay, fine, whatever. Look, there are dozens of handprints here. So there are. A great many indeed. So much that it's hard to make out any one individual print, in fact. It sends a chill down my spine. Perhaps he was leaning against the wall while he admired his picture? Unlikely, I would say. It's a rather dull scene, after all. And without wishing to state the obvious, you wouldn't generally admire a picture from such close quarters, I feel. Very true, Mr. Sato. It's a bit of a mystery, then. Well, we sprayed Mr. Sholmes' amazing skin print indicator all over this room, didn't we? We did, but there are two places in particular that are of interest, I would say. The handprints on the floor there, and on the wall by the picture, you mean? Yes, and I think the floor warrants closer investigation. I won't be a moment. Ah! What is it, Mr. Sato? Look here, Mr. Naruto. One of the floorboards had popped out. You mean, it's a secret hiding place? Excellent work, Mr. Sato. So, what do we have in here? Oi! What are you lot doing? Inspector Gregson! Stand aside right this minute. It's my job to investigate there. No need, Inspector. You'll continue to dig into your portion of chips whilst we dig under the floor here. Your fancy talk's putting me off my food anyway, Sholmes. A new bit of evidence is exactly what I need. Wow, secret hiding place under the floor. What a find. That's not a hiding place you could make use of in Japan. I don't think I could lift a straw to tatami mat. No, I know. But I never expected one of these wooden floorboards to move either. It's got me wondering about the wall over there, too. Aren't you curious? Oh! I'll investigate at once. There's nothing behind the picture, sadly. Only the wall. disappointing. Then how do you explain the handprints? I really can't think why anyone would have been touching the wall over and over in a place like that. There you are. A print for you. Traces of handprints on the wall, discovered using the skin print seeker gun. There are multiple prints on either side of a hanging picture. Oh, thank you very much. This invention can make prints too. Now then. I wonder if Inspector Gregson has found anything under the floor there. I'm desperate to know. So am I. Inspector? I'd love to know if there's anything hidden underneath the floorboards there. Allow me to ask Gregson now. After all, we're well acquainted. I don't think he likes you very much, Sholmes. Inspector Gregson, really, it's been too long. What is it, Sholmes? I thought perhaps you might show me what you found there, seeing as we're such good friends. We're not friends. No, I suppose not. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. I'd kill to know what was under that floorboard. I mean, surely he'll tell us, right? Alright then, fair's fair. What? You did discover the hiding place after all. I suppose it should at least fill you in. Really, Inspector? Thank you. Do it quickly, my dear fellow. If there's one thing I know about this man, it's that he blows with the wind. It's fickle as the weather. Why, stop making me out to be some kind of a nut. There are 3 items under the floor there. A newspaper clip and a photographic print and a tin box. What do you want to know? All of the things, please. I would like to know about all of them. Looks like this was cut out of the paper about 3 months ago. It's about a convict who got sick and died while he was serving time up in Manchester. Terrible. Made the headlines down here in London as well. The bloke had been sentenced to death, you see, but nature got him first. Oh my goodness. He committed a capital offense? A man by the name of Selden. Masterpiece of work into the burglaries and murder. They say the hoard he had knocked off was worth about £1,000. A hoard? Of treasure, you mean? Jewelry and the like, but he hidden it somewhere. No one knows where. And now he's dead. Papers loved it, of course. £1,000 lost en route. Some such was the headline. Does it not strike you why such an article would be so carefully ensconced under the floor? Suppose now you mention it, it does seem a bit odd. Perhaps I'll go over the paperwork we got on Selden back at the yard and see if I can turn anything up. Newspaper article about Selden, a criminal sentenced to receive the death penalty, however he died of an illness in prison whilst his loot remained undiscovered. Let's see if I can think of anything else going on. Manchester's Strangeways Prison announced the death of convicted murderer and burglar Selden by natural causes in the early hours of this morning. He had been suffering with fever since the end of October. Alerted by the shouts of his fellow cellmate, medical staff arrived to find him already dead before his capital punishment could be carried out. Alright, what about the photographic print? This is the photograph I found. It's reasonably recent to me. Well, he looks familiar. Both of them do, obviously, but the guy that is different. Yes, it would appear to have been taken in the street in front of the house here. And the gentleman on the left is Mr. Garrideb, the landlord, of course. Who's the young man on the right? Mr. Garrideb's son, perhaps? Perhaps. You can take that print if you like. Really? Are you sure? We can presume, therefore, that the yard already knows. The identity of this young fellow, that is. Ah, is that true? You didn't say anything about it there, Gregson? It's too bad if we do. Unfortunately for you lot, leaking information is one of my pastimes. My dear Inspector, if I may be so bold as to point something out. Pastimes are for one's leisure, but this is for work. They say leisure, right. Pastimes are for one's leisure. This is for work. All the more reason I'm not telling you. A dismal failure. Yes, I heard. Photographic print found in Mr. Shamster's room shows the landlord, Mr. Garrett, together with a young man. I wonder why a photograph like this was hidden under the floor. I mean, Mr. Shamster himself isn't in it. Photographic prints are still rare treasures in the East End. I imagine Mr. Garrett was rather delighted to have been immortalized. He probably made a proud present of it. I don't know about that. What's in the tin box? Ah, this tin box looks interesting, doesn't it? Might I suggest, Inspector, that you open it? If you were to find something inside that reveals the truth behind this case, I wouldn't be in the least surprised. Yeah. Funnily enough, I've already had a look. It's completely empty. What? Shamspeare! Give us a clue, man! You didn't even have the chance to utter a word, Mr. Naruto. But anyway, at least we found out what's inside the box. Yeah, thin air. It's empty, rather like how I feel inside. Is there nothing more to this box, then? I wonder. Isn't that Saseki's cat? How do you get here? Oh look, it's that lovely little kitty cat. Oh, what was its name? It's Mr. Natsume's, isn't it? I don't think we ever asked him, actually. Why don't we call it a wagahai? You know, like Mr. Natsume refers to himself in Japanese. I wonder how he got in here. Clever cat. Oh, wonderful! Well then, wagahai. Here's something delicious I bought for you from the cat's meat man. He couldn't be happier now, look. Let's hope we can bring some happiness to his owner, too. Are we going to talk about how he got in here? No? That was a cheeky little meow around the high. Oh, but he's so adorable. I could sit and watch him forever. I think you may not appreciate that after a while. And we have an investigation to get back to. Okay, nothing special about the picture. You can look at this. If you ran out of change, you wouldn't even have any light, let alone heat. For the needy, London's winters can be very harsh. That's true. But if you think about it, even the wealthy wouldn't find themselves freezing if they ran out of small change. London's winters can be very harsh for the forgetful, too, then. Frankly, I'm starting to wonder if Susato-san and I are going to make it to spring. That's true. We don't even have a meter at Baker Street, let alone a gas stove. Look how dark the stain on the floor underneath the meter there. Yes, from all the water dripping into it after the ice coins melted, as you established in court this morning. It's a very large and obvious stain, isn't it? Mr. Shamsphere must have used an awful lot of ice coins, I suppose. It was an ingenious idea, I'll give him that. Talking about the bricked up windows again, I guess. Sun never shines in this room thanks to that depressing bricked up window. Yet with enough determination, you can always remove the bricks and set some soap outside, can't you? Sounds like a very wise life lesson, Mr. Zato.
only if you plan to follow a life of crime, Mr. Naruto. Ah, the ill-fated teacups from which the two men drank in the ill-fated night. During their heated literary debate, yes. Who's stronger, Romeo or Juliet? Sounds like it was quite a discussion. Now I think of it, I'm sure that the two lovers in the play ended their lives with poison. That's fiction, Mr. Sato. Let's hope it stays that way. Whoops. Soap is what we're looking at. So it turns out that Mr. Shamsphere wasn't eating the soap at all. That's right, the mystery of why he had it on the plate whilst holding a fork in his hand is solved. Yes, to prize his last ice coin out of its mold. His latest ice coin out of its mold. And in the process, he accidentally broke the bar of soap in two. It certainly was hard to imagine, let alone deduce. We are running out of things to look at. Have we done it? Is that everything? I hate to leave whenever there's still something to be examined. That one's checked off. Well, we can ask Mr. Garrett about the guy in the picture. If he's here. Mr. Garrett appears to be out. Oh well, I suppose we'll just have to come back again later. Darn. Oh, we can talk to Miss Green about the person in the picture. Also, I'm pretty sure this is where the other guy's hospitalized as well. What do you suppose is happening? It sounds like some sort of disturbance. Yes, I hear angry voices. Be not angry, O ample lady. Verily thou art mistaken. Mistaken, my foot! You were looking at my painting! The eye of man hath not heard. The ear of man hath not seen. 'Tis foul indeed the poison that mustached villain gaveth me. Forgive me, lady. I wish that you died from that poison. God a mercy, ample lady, but thou seest I have vigor still. Behold my Shamsphere dance. This looks rather ominous, doesn't it? Ah, hello. It always looks like he's like giving a kiss whenever he does that. Like, mwah. Ah, lo, 'tis the lawyer from the land whence rises the sun. How now? What are you doing here, Mr. Shamsphere? Mary, I do believe I'm returning to another ward. He was looking, that's what he was doing. Looking at my terrible work. Eastern fellow, so darky clad. Faith, thy work in the court this morning was wonderful. I do applaud thee. Oh, well, thank you. But, he has lost his composure. That doesn't mean things will go so wonderfully for you tomorrow, does it? Anon, exult. That guy's really something. Mr. Shamsphere might technically be the victim in this case, but there's definitely a lot more to it than that. It's very hard to pin the man down. I'm so sorry, I'm such an awful person. Miss Green, is everything alright? Oh, yes, I mean, don't worry about me.
They're about to discharge me, so I must get ready to leave now.
Oh, I see.
We're delighted that you'll soon be well enough to go home, Miss Green. Oh dear, you're too kind. I don't deserve it.
I would very much like to talk to you about a certain picture. So are you feeling more like yourself today, Miss Green?
I am, thank you. I mean, people do recover from ordeals like this, don't they? Even people like me.
Yes, it really was an ordeal, wasn't it?
As far as I was concerned, I was just walking along in the snow one evening, minding my own business. And then completely out of the blue, I was struck in the back by a knife and collapsed unconscious for days. Of course, when I finally woke up again yesterday, the whole business had been cleared up already. What a terrible week it's been for you. Oh no, I'm sure I'm very lucky, really. I'll look back on this fondly.
Really?
Anyway, I must be getting my things together now, so I'm ready to be discharged.
Yes, of course. Sorry to take up your time. You're obviously busy. Okay, maybe if I look at the picture again. No? Really? This looks like the treatment notes for whoever's occupying this bed. Let's see. Do not permit to run around the hospital.
The patient doesn't seem to be here at the moment, so...
He or she is probably running around the hospital then.
Oh dear. How worrying.
What's worrying is why they haven't discharged the patient yet. This looks like the patient's treatment notes. Let's see. Do not feed. What is this place, a zoo?
You know, I seem to remember seeing an almost identical sign in our local park.
For the pigeons, yes. This is a person. Poor woman. I hope she hasn't read this. Is this sign important? There are all sorts of medicines in this cabinet. Look. I'm not sure if it's safe leaving them in reach of everyone like this.
Yes, you're right. I can imagine if you were peckish, you might want to try a whole bottle or two.
Well, at least there seems to be a little lock to secure the cabinet doors.
I don't imagine that would stop you if you were hungry. I worry that you'd break the lock.
Hunger doesn't turn me into a criminal, you know, Mr. Sato. There are a lot of bottles in this cabinet, aren't there? Do you think it's safe to keep them like that?
If you were a patient here, I feel sure you'd take some medicine by mistake when you were half asleep.
That's a worry. But at least the cabinet has a lock, even if it's only flimsy looking one.
Oh, I've no doubt you'd manage to unlock that somehow while you're half asleep as well.
There are limits to even what I can do when I'm half asleep, you know, Mrs. Sato. Well. I guess that's all of that, even though I would really like to present that. Maybe... Mr. Garrett is back? Nope. Maybe... we should go to Briar Road. I don't know why I thought that was the idea. To the prison, then. Oh, he is here. Okay, good. Something... accomplishing something is good.
Oh, Mr. Natsume is back.
So he is. Mr. Natsume, hello. I am a cat. Sorry. I don't know who Mr. Natsume is, or Hairlock Sholmes. I don't know about courts or trials or Old Baileys. I am a cat. That's what I am. Just a cat.
Mr. Naruhodo, he's trying to escape from reality.
Trying to? He already has. Completely. So, what's your name, then?
As yet, I have no name. Mr. Naruhodo, he hasn't fully thought out his new identity yet. Maybe it's not too late to bring him back to reality. Do you think you could open your eyes for us, Mr. Natsume? I am not a cat. It worked! He's back to the real world. Oh, what's going to become of me, you know? Don't answer that. It's obvious. My accursed soul is never going to escape this accursed fate. Mr. Natsume, no. This morning's proceedings in court prove that there's hope. Yes, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire was brilliant, but... The Reaper is omnipresent in court, in my lodgings. Here, there, everywhere. What's he looking straight at me for? I think perhaps there are some things we should discuss. Oh, yes. Yes, we must. In my whole life, have I ever been so moved as I was today? No. Of course, if I cast my mind back, there were perhaps one or two other occasions that moved me more. But if I just block those out, today being in that courtroom was the most moving experience of my life, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire. You're too kind. Scotland Yard found the remaining tea, just as we deduced, and are analyzing it as we speak. There's nothing wrong with that tea, and they won't find a drop of poison in it. That's a solemn, sworn, Seki certainty. Tell me, did you both drink the tea at the same time that night? Oh yes, I most definitely. Remember, drink tea while it's hot. We both poured it down our throats like a hot bath for our bellies. At the time, you were both completely fine. As shown by the fact that he and Mr. Shamsphere then engaged in the Romeo and Juliet match. I suppose the focus of tomorrow's proceedings will be how the poison was taken by the victim then. Now, rotten Shamsphere. What have I ever done to him? You don't recall him taking issue with you over anything you've done recently? I've been holed up in my room, immersed in books. I don't recall anything. Anything at all! Right. But what I don't understand is why you didn't let me know sooner. Let you know what, Mr. Natsume? About the soap, of course. What else? Oh dear. Are you struggling with such a meager stipend? Of course I am. If I had money, I wouldn't have chosen to live an accursed existence in such an accursed lodgings. Yes, you said that it's because the place is cursed that it's so cheap, didn't you? Exactly! Especially the room I rent. The spirit of that capital offender who lived there still haunts this place. And it's trying to kill me! Wait, capital offender? I just thought that too. What? Might I ask, locum student Mr. Naruhodo Esquire, that the next time you visit me, you'll bring scores of super soft soaps. Hold on, I have something you might be interested in. What's this? It's a newspaper cutting that we found in Mr. Shamsphere's room. Ah, so he knew, did he? Sorry? About this man, Selden. A convicted killer and the evil spirit behind the curse that inflicts my lodgings. What? He's already taken one young man's life, and now he's trying to take the life of another. A miserable, mustached, much maligned Japanese man. Mr. Natsume, if you know something, please, you must tell us. Tell us everything you can about this evil spirit. Alright, things are starting to open up and become more apparent for the second thing that I remember about this case. So I'm starting to understand motives. The truth is, I didn't know the details myself until very recently. That Selden man was arrested about a year ago now, and at the time he was hiding out in lodgings at Mr. Garrett's house. He lived where you do now? That's right, yes. Exactly where I live now. In my very room. Oh my, your room was previously occupied by a criminal found guilty of capital offense? But before his sentence could be carried out, he died in prison. It was 3 months ago now. And that's when it started. The curse. What really is this curse you keep mentioning, Mr. Natsume? It already caused one death. A few months after the criminal passed away in prison, the man died in the room. The man who rented it after sold it, in fact. The poor lodger, he was found dead in mysterious circumstances. The room was locked from the inside. Locked from the inside, exactly like the case we're dealing with now. So, that's the convict's curse, is it? Yes, well, that was the start of it. Do you have any idea how the lodger before you passed away, Mr. Natsume? The official cause of death was asphyxia. When they discovered the body, the room was full of gas. Gas? I only found that out after I signed the lease. When Mr. Garrett came to tell me later, I couldn't stop myself trembling. In fact, if I'd known beforehand, I'd probably have been too scared to take the room. Landlord's lease, luckily legal! Lucky for Mr. Garrett, maybe. But not so lucky for poor Mr. Natsume. And now you believe this curse is affecting you. It is. At first, I just felt as though I was being watched. All the time. And then you talked about having nightmares. Oh, and then you talked about having nightmares, didn't you? The dead are trying to take me with them. They come for me and try to suffocate me. Just when I'm struggling to breathe, I wake up. And the room is as cold as ice. But why is your room so cold? London winters are too cold to bear without any heating overnight. But for some reason, even though I light the stove before I climb into bed at night, the pilot light always goes out and the room fills with gas. But that's terrible. That's exactly the same situation as what led to the previous occupant's death. And then there's what happened to Mr. Shamspeare last night when he was mysteriously poisoned. There's clearly more to that incident than can be explained by a curse, though. Whatever can be the cause of all these strange happenings in Mr. Garredeb's rooms? I think we need to talk to Mr. Garredeb. I wonder if you know about this guy. Do you know about this guy? No. He wants a gift. I wasn't trying to give it to you. Okay. Mr. Garredeb, please be there. Yes. That's a good sign. It is time. Ah, you're here now, Mr. Garredeb. Right, bally business it is for me, you know? Getting out and about. Were you at the Old Bailey by any chance? Naturally. Fate of my lodgings hanging in the balance and all that. No trial to miss. Fate of what's already been dubbed your haunted lodgings, yes. Of course, the place has caused quite a stir upon the capital on more than one occasion already. That's what I hear. It's the old haunted lodgings, or something such. Ah, well, at least he knows. Makes you wonder why the blazes is going on, don't you know? Yes, I'm sure it does. Oh, Mr. Sholmes. Hi there. In fact, thinking back to Mr. Natsume's other trial just 2 days ago, you were at the Old Bailey then as well, weren't you? Testifying with your wife about what happened. Stopped off in prison on the way home, in fact. Beastly business. I see. So what brings you to my haunted abode today, eh? Well, let's talk first, and then we'll show the pictures. Some fishy fellow from the Far East and failed actor chap of questionable character, eh? Eh,
Yes, the house does seem to have become something of a magnet for rum fellas late. It's that bally curse. The convict's curse, you mean? Ah, heard stories, have you? Rotten scoundrel is arrested here, and the next chap in the room goes and keels over. And there's that woman who dropped dead just outside the street, not to mention the actor yesterday. Am I next, eh? Ugh, can't help but get the cold wobbles, can you?
Wouldn't you say the woman who dropped dead outside on the street? You mean Miss Green?
Because Miss Green, who was stabbed by the knife, and Mr. Shamspeare, who was poisoned last night, are both very much alive still. Yes, well, so is that blasted convict's curse, it seems. Personally, I should be quite content with such lodgings. A bath, a toilet, a fireplace. A fascinating history. Why? That sounds like a lap of luxury. I'm not so sure about that. Well, there's no bath or toilet included, and no fireplace either. But you do look out for your tenants. Oh, but you do look out for your tenants, don't you? By watching the rise and fall of the flames in your gas lamps up here? Yes, never hurts to keep an eye on things. In case there are any mishaps or such like. I think you've had a mishap already, sir. That's not helpful, Mr. Shelms. Heaven forgive me, the words just came to my lips. Some fishy fellow from Far East and a failed actor chap of questionable character, hey? There's no need for that, Mr. Garudeb.
That's right. Mr. Natsume is no way fishy.
He's undeniably peculiar, however. Is it right that he took the vacancy immediately after the previous tenant passed away? Yes, that's right. I asked the estate agent to find someone, and he popped up the very same day. Never came across the chap so keen for a place with a background. That's true. I don't think it was the room's background he was keen on, so much as the cheap rents, actually.
So, how long has Mr. Shamspeare been lodging under your roof?
That failed actor chap? Let me see. Oh, of course. It's been 3 months now. I'm quite sure of it. Only 3 months. It's quite new here, too, though. And to what do you owe this certainly on that regard, Mr. Garudeb, if I might ask? Well, that Selden scoundrel, as it happens. Selden, the convict, you mean. Do Selden and Shamspeare have some kind of connection, then? Convict chap, Selden. Passed away in the clink 3 months ago now, you see? Some malady or other.
Yes, we've seen the report from the newspaper at the time.
Well, it's only 3 days later that the tragedian showed his face. The actor fellow. Really? Yes, I remember it quite distinctly.
'Tis small, this world we inhabit. Prithee, landlord, hear my request. I, the humble Shamspeare, do desire to take thy room in the middle floor, offered erewhile for rent.
I'm terribly sorry and whatnot, but that won't be possible. I already have a lodger in the middle floor. Ground floor is room vacant, though.
Nothing can be made out of nothing. Let me repeat mine will.
Those curls must be muffling your ears. The room in the middle floor is taken. It's ground floor or nothing.
Very well, we have an accord.
Glad to hear it. Welcome to Briar Road. Lo, Shakespeare danced to celebrate. Oh, Shamspeare danced to celebrate. From what I heard in court today, sounds like the chap was thieving gas. He was 3 months arrears the rent, too. Yeah, the fellow was a bally player, all right.
Thank you for your candor, Mr. Garudeb. We are most grateful. By way of appreciation, allow me to say 1 or 2 words. Give me my robe. Put on my crown. I have immortal lodgings in me. Longings in me.
What's happened to you?
Shakespeare, my dear fellow. One of his most famous lines. I wish to divulge my own learning of the subject, for I have turned to literature too, you know. Perhaps you could turn your attention to more apt lines then. Alright. Some things are becoming a little bit more clear for everybody, I hope. Mr. Garadeb, could I ask you to look at this photograph? Is that your son who's with you there? No, not at all. He was a lodger here once. Duncan Ross was his name. Duncan Ross. I don't hear anything. Duncan Ross. A street photographer happened to be passing, so I asked him to take a shot. Just for kicks, really. Was he by any chance the lodger before Mr. Natsume? Yes, that's right. Ah, the young gentleman who died in the room in mysterious circumstances. Just what Mr. Mustache was waiting for, one might say. Yes, young Duncan lived in the room atop of the first flight of stores before the Japanese chap. Would you mind telling us a little more about him? Yes, Duncan Ross. Young chap was attending art school. Had to work to pay for it. Mind. Moved in the middle floor about a year ago, after the criminal Selden was arrested. Young students are always on the hunt for rooms with a history behind them. History of cheap rent, maybe, yes. Yes, well, anyway. It's one morning about a month ago now. Hadn't quite worked out the old trick of watching the gas lamps to see what the lodgers are up to all the time. So sadly, I was rather tardy to discover what had happened. The smell of gas that alerted me was... Ah, yes. Synonymous with the smell of death. Called the police straight away, of course. The officer kicked the door off its hinges. But once we got inside, we all bawly collapsed. Because of the gas? Yes, the room was full of it. No air at all. The stove must have gone out while the poor chap was sleeping in his bed. So Mr. Ross suffocated to death. Of course, the police gave me a sound ticking off because the gas pipes were so old and all that. Can't tell you how much it set me back to have the lot replaced and all over the house. But even after you had all that work done, Mr. Natsumi says the same thing. That the stove goes out at night whilst he's asleep in bed. Oh, it's Bally curse! Convict's curse! I've done my duty as a landlord now. Someone's feeling defensive. Ah, that reminds me, actually. Yes? About young Duncan. The night before the poor chap perished. He'd been writing a letter. A letter of affection to a young lady. A love letter, you mean? Yes, where did I put it now? Ah, here it is. Left it on my desk. If you'd excuse me. Let me see now. What does it say? To my most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Do you think that we should be reading such a personal piece of correspondence? My dear Mr. Sato, that is precisely why I prefaced my reading with, if you'll excuse me. I will not excuse you, Mr. Sholmes, no. Sadly, he didn't address it, though. So I have no means to deliver anything. Rather sad, really. I see. It's going to play on my mind. But really, the identity of Mr. Ross's sweetheart has no bearing on the case. I think we should leave well alone. Yes, I suppose you're right. Indeed, the intended recipient's address is missing. However, there is a name attributed to the man's most beautiful and charming sweetheart. Mr. Sholmes, please, I've already had to chastise you about this once. My undying love to you, my colorful darling, Olive Green. Ah! Olive Green? The woman who was plunged into a coma after a knife plunged into her back outside this house 5 days ago? The victim of the last case Saseki-san was in court for, who regained consciousness only yesterday? That Olive Green? Is it just chance that her name has come up now? Could it possibly be a mere coincidence? Mr. Naruhodo, whatever can this mean? Reading personal correspondence can have its merits, you see, Mr. Sato. So bad. Now can I go to Miss Green? Oh, I was pressing the B button. I'm like, why isn't it related yet? Okay. She's been discharged, hasn't she? She's gone. We won't be able to talk to her. Oh no, she's still there. Her bag's still there. Sorry, I got anxious, so I skipped past the whole... Mr. Naruhodo, I've just finished speaking with the doctor. It seems Miss Green is well enough to be discharged at last. This is good news, but hopefully just before she leaves. Ah! What is it? Miss Green! What was that? She clearly hid something behind her back. One moment. I'll be with you in a jiffy. Where'd you just put that? Oh, it's right there. Oh, hello everyone. What are you all doing here? The doctor said I could be discharged, so I'm just getting my things together. Miss Green, what were you just doing? Oh, nothing, really. I was just about to take some medicine the doctor prescribed for me, that's all. Well, we were hoping to have another quick chat with you, if that was alright. I don't really have anything else to tell you. Alright, she's definitely behaving strangely. Let's see if we can't cook something out of her. It's wonderful news that you're going to be discharged, Miss Green. Oh, yes, thank you. Once people are better, the hospital staff don't want them lingering and wasting space. Not people like me, anyway. So I don't think I should keep anyone waiting. I probably shouldn't stand around and chat. She certainly doesn't seem to be in the mood to talk, that's for sure. Miss Green, we were hoping to ask you about someone. Do I have the letter? I don't have the letter. Interesting. Mr. Duncan Ross, you knew him, didn't you? Was that paint? Oh no, I'm so sorry. The bottle of medicine fell down when she did. Why is it so pink? Oh, Miss Green, are you alright? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you like that. No, it's alright. I just wasn't expecting it. But how do you know about Duncan? Mr. Ross has been writing a letter when he passed away. The landlord found it in his room. It was a very personal letter to you. It was at the art school. That's where I met Duncan. A year ago now. He was working to fund his studies. He dreamt of becoming a professional artist one day. And the two of you became romantically involved? Yes, that's right. We were very much in love. We were engaged to be married, actually. That's why he decided to move into a cheaper room to save money for the wedding. And that's what led him to Mr. Garadeb's. Yes, he told me he'd found the worst but cheapest room in the entire East End. And then, 1 month ago, that's when it happened. We're so terribly sorry, Miss Green. Well, it's all in the past now, I suppose. Poor Miss Green. She looks desperately sad. I was starting to think that's just her look. But now I see that she has every reason to feel the universe is against her. I do hope you won't think I'm being rude, but would you mind leaving me in peace now? I have to leave the hospital soon. Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to hold you up. What's with the key around her neck? Of course we'll be on our way. Mr. Naruhodo! Surely you're not about to leave. That's quite out of the question. Mr. Sholmes, I didn't realize you were there. But of course I was, my dear fellow. Watching intently from the shadows as always. I'll make your presence known next time. Mr. Sholmes, what's this about? Are we gonna do another dance of deduction? Something which occurs to me with some regularity, Mr. Sato, is this. Why do detectives insist on such an ex post facto modus operandi? Why solve a case after it's happened, instead of preventing a case before it happens? That is what sets a great detective apart. Yeah. I have a feeling where we're going with this. Stands of deduction, talking about, Miss Green there. What do you mean? There's a case waiting to happen under our very noses, Mr. Potter. So let us avert disaster. Let us prevent this case from ever happening with nothing but careful observation. All right. All the clues you need are set before you. You need only look, and you cannot fail to see. You can do it, Mr. Naruhodo. I know you can. Oh, it's not a dance of deduction. It's just observing, examining. Cool. Good, because I was going to. First, oh no! It killed the mouse! The mouse seems to be dead. Look, I didn't notice it there before, did you? I think perhaps it drank the medicine that spilled out of the bottle. It's because it's not medicine. I don't think any medicine is that bright pink, except like Pepto-Bismol. But that's the bottle Miss Green was about to drink from when we arrived. Hmm? You don't think... Ah, I see you've come to appreciate the true nature of the scene. That of a tragedy about to take place. Oh man, I wanted to observe the thing on the stool too. Yes, I think it's falling into place. Miss Green, the contents of the bottle you had before that spilled out on the floor. The poor mouse that drank it has sadly died. Ah. I think it's clear that the bottle must have contained a powerful poison. Don't worry. I will attend to the mouse presently. Miss Green, are you intending to go the same way as that rodent? To take your own life? Ah! Once we'd left, you would have put it to your lips again, wouldn't you? And taken the poison? Miss Green, please. Please talk to us. I want to see what she was looking at. Definitely feels as though this card must be relevant. I mean, when we first arrived, the screen was standing with it in her hand in what can only be described as a very tense atmosphere. Yes, it may very well be related to whatever incident Mr. Sholmes believes is about to happen here. Perhaps we should ask Miss Green about it. 10 seconds later, we would have arrived at a very different scene here. In all probability, we would have enjoyed this most delightful conversation. Of course, perhaps it hasn't been quite so delightful from your perspective, Miss Green. Actually, in a way, now that everything's out in the open, I feel like a weight has been lifted. Tell me, how did you acquire that medicine? Well, with this being a hospital and all, when the doctor comes to examine me in the mornings, he always leaves the medicine cabinet open for a while, so I sniffed this out when he wasn't looking. It conspicuously lacks a label. Wonder what it contains. I'm afraid I don't really know. But I thought if I drank it, it might just stop the pain somehow. Oh, please, Miss Green. Don't talk of such things. Well, it seems clear now that it contains poison. Yes, that poor little mouse is proof of that. Oh no, is it all my fault? What have I done? I shall remove this to my office, Miss Green. I take it you have no objection? No, none. The envelope. Neither the sender's name or address appears to be written on the envelope or the card. It arrived by post at my home the day before the incident that put me in the hospital here. I have information regarding the death of Duncan Ross. Come to the Slug and Salad on Briar Road at 5 p.m. on the 17th. Don't tell anybody else about this letter or the meeting. It's a matter of utmost importance. Oh, wait a minute. The 17th of this month? That's the day that you were stabbed on Briar Road. And 5 p.m. is precisely the time when the incident occurred. That's a coincidence. The Slug and Salad, yes. A pub on the northern corner of Briar Road. Briar Road, being the street that Mr. Garridov's house is on. Does that mean that... Yes, I'm sure you've guessed. That day when I was stuck in the back by the knife, I was actually on my way to the Slug and Salad. Goodness. So that's what you were doing in Briar Road that day. I'm sorry I didn't say anything before. I think I really will have to ask you to excuse me now. I've told you everything. Yes, I'm very sorry to have had to drag up such painful memories for you. No, it's fine. Miss Green? Please, promise us you won't try to do anything like that again. Yes, don't worry. Your detective friend has the bottle now anyway. And besides, I've been stabbed in the back and had a close shave with a bottle of poison. And I'm still here. I think I'm destined to see things through to the end. It might sound a little conceited, but, well, that's how all this has made me feel. Leaving Miss Green leaving Miss Green and St. Bartholomew's behind. We made our way back to Baker Street with Mr. Sholmes. We can address the envelope thing? Well, it would appear we've reached the end of the investigative trial for today. Yes, it's late. And, Mr. Naruto, did you discover anything that may be of use to you in the court tomorrow, do you think? Details about Mr. Shamsphere, Mr. Garridov's lodgings, the convict Sheldon. There are many facets to this case, and we're yet to see the heart of it, if you ask me. That's my feeling, anyway. I can't help wondering about the results of the analysis. Into Mr. Natsume's tea, you mean? Yes. Will they have found strychnine in it or not? Well, I fear that either way, it will be hard to escape the grip of our friend Mr. Reaper. Oh dear. Yes, Barak Van Zeeks. Baroque. But I wish you every success, of course, and though I was late to rise this morning, tomorrow will be a new dawn. I intend to spring from my bed in a crisp hour and attend the trial. Mr. Sholmes, you're going to come? Indeed. Whatever happens, I shall be there. Assuming my eyelids cooperate in the morning. Well, I think we've done all we can. All that's left is to remain focused and keep fighting for Mr. Natsume's case until the very end. London, the world's most prosperous city, home to some 6 million people. But away from the razzle-dazzle down back alleys and behind bricked-up windows, lonely lurk. Sasaki-san had battled long and hard with loneliness during his many months here, and so I felt honor-bound to battle equally hard for my compatriot, to lift the curse that gripped him. As Mr. Sholmes said, tomorrow would be a new dawn for all of us. Well then. Some things are sliding into place. Maybe you guys have your own suspicions of things. We will continue and see if what's going on, and I don't remember a lot of this case. But that envelope, like, you saw how it was torn, right? So how did that torn piece end up with Mr. Shamsphere? Did Mr. Shamspear open the letter? Was she in Mr. Shamspear's home? She wouldn't have been in Mr. Shamspear's home when she opened that, because she wouldn't have been on Briar Road until later. I don't know. I'm not sure what that piece of the envelope, why that was in his place. That's something that I am not sure about. But all will come to light eventually. We have the trial, and I think we have 2 parts of the trial. So stay tuned, stick around, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye!